I am still buzzing about it. Newcastle United have drawn Sunderland in the third round of the FA Cup. So you can see just behind me, I'm here at Kingston Park now. I was here at Kingston Park when the draw was announced. I had to come here and do my media work with the women's team. So while I'm here, let's just speak to some fans. Let's tell you about the game itself. What can we expect, and just get through it. How big of a derby is this going to be? It's got so much weight behind it for a third round game. It's as good as it possibly could have been for Newcastle and Sunderland. Let's get into it. Let's see how things are. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who's chucking a snowball at me? Grace. But yeah, Newcastle Sunderland in the derby. Let's get into it. Alright Lee, you've seen the draw this morning. Just how excited are you? Finally it's happening.
I can't believe it. True fact, Sunderland's last competitive game was against our under-21s. That goes to show you how long the first team have been waited and how far the distance between the two clubs are. Whether it was home or away, what are the chances, Adam? Probably 1 in 300, 400 chances, but we've got the Mackhams away, and just hopefully that they give us a lot of allocation, because you know the North East needs it.
Yeah, I'm expecting that, to be honest. I think the police side of things, of course, they're going to have to try and cut down the derby. I think they will reduce the allocation. If I had to predict, I imagine Sunday at 12 o'clock will be a horrible fixture time in the day. But listen, I think the game itself is going to be fascinating. 6 in a row, to keep piping up. Just, I mean, how's it feel like we're actually going to be going to the stadium, like?
How many they've got been in the lower divisions in a row? Is it 7 now? I've lost count now. But seriously though, look, we haven't had it for a long time. It's going to be great for the Mackhams. It's going to be great for the team to have this derby, because we've been starved of it, because the contrast between the two clubs. Newcastle have just gone that way. It's going to be great. Yeah, you're all right. I think it will be an early kick-off because of the police will want to control, you know, people on the booze and the drinks and stuff. But it's interesting that whether it's going to be a full-strength squad, because if we got a lower league team that wasn't Sunderland, I really thought Eddie Howe would have played the likes of Karius with Pope's injury, but I think he's got to go full-strength again. Yeah,
sure you have to, wouldn't you? I mean, if Newcastle walk away from that game, lose, I would not live with myself. I'd be peeved about it if we didn't beat them. So this time has to be the one.
Well, we're the ones that've got everything to lose, not them. Because we beat them, they're going to turn around and say, well, you're a Premier League club, you play Champions League.
Yeah,
but if we get beat off them, yeah, we'll have sick, and you've got to go to work with people that you've worked with, Mackhams, Geordies. It's what needed, and you know, FA Cup, it'll be live on TV if you're not going to be there, so bring it on.
Hey, I'm John OHare from Norman, Oklahoma. Long way.
So you came across the Newcastle for a week now. You've seen the Chelsea game, you've seen the Manchester United game, you watched the PSG game in the pub, and you're here today with the women's team for your fourth and final Newcastle game this week. Just how's the experience been before asking?
It's been great. It got cold, you know, halfway through the week, but it's been great. I came over, I brought some people with me. I brought a lot of people with me, and they were all at the Chelsea game, and then a few guys went home after that. But yeah, we've had a great week. We saw the results we wanted to. 2 home wins. That's what we were primarily here for. And then we found out, you know, months ago that the PSG was going to be in the middle. We toyed around with going to Paris, and it was like, nah, let's stay here and be with the Geordies when we win, you know. And we thought we'd win that game, even though we're short-staffed. But it was wonderful. Just to, you know, we got away with a tie, so that's fine. But didn't like the way it happened. Certainly didn't like that. I think we were kind of robbed, but overall the week was beautiful. Had a great time.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we've just been talking about a Champions League match there. Today in the FA Cup third round, we have just drawn Sunderland away. Time we are derby against a now Championship side. Just what are your initial thoughts?
I couldn't believe that, Adam. I got a text, you know, when it happened, and I was like, no, you're kidding me, you know. But you know, in a way, it could be good for both teams. 1, we would beat them, and 2, they get some elevated publicity out of it, so maybe it's good. And everybody longs for the days when they played each other, you know. I'm not one of those. I'd rather that we're in the Premier League, they're somewhere else, because I think sometimes it brings out the worst in some fans, so I don't like to see that. But it will be exciting. It will be exciting. Everybody's going to watch that one.
No, I don't know how things are going to be with the Newcastle fans over in America, but yeah, it's a hostile game. Like, I don't know if you ever seen anything like it before, but it's fiery. People are going to be at each other's throats. It's a nasty game on and off the pitch. It's going to be intense, and I can't wait for it.
It will be. You know, Man United was kind of that way a little bit, but this is way over.
I think it's a
top.
valid example. Yeah.
Well, this one's generational. All these people, you know, they grew up with neighbors that, you know, root for the other team. They'll be out for this. It'll be exciting. It'll be good publicity. So, but I just don't want to see too much of the negative stuff, you know.
Yeah, of course. But appreciate it anyway, John. Enjoy the women's match today. Hopefully it's a great result. It's been an absolute privilege to be down here with you. Obviously afterwards I'll take you away. We'll go see the manager and the players here. Have a good time.
I'm just trying to follow your example. You know, we support Newcastle. Let's support the women's team too. So that's why I'm here.
Hi, my name's Liam. I do YouTube myself, Jodie_Liam. If you just want to go subscribe to it, I'd really appreciate that.
Well, we've just got Sunderland in the third round of the FA Cup. I don't know if you even watched a Newcastle Sunderland game before your way. It's just been such a long time. But how do you feel about it?
It's been the first time we had derby I've seen in person, if I can go. I watched the last time we played, 2016. It was a 1-1 draw. It's been so many years, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be an amazing experience. Two teams been in a derby for years and years and years. Newcastle obviously are going to come out on top with a win, but the Sunderland fans have been bragging how much we haven't beat them for years, since 2000. But we're going to beat them. There's no doubt that we're going to beat them. We've got the win secured, I think. Even with most of our players injured, we're still going to beat them.
I mean, 6 in a row as well. They keep banging up about 6 in a row. I mean, what are your thoughts on them keep doing it?
6 in a row. They've been quiet. I think no one's put anything on social media yet about it. Everyone's been quiet. I wonder when they're going to start speaking.
So, my name is Joe.
Listen, Joe, we're just drawing Sunderland today. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, you know what the crazy thing is? I totally forgot the draw was on today, and I got someone texted us to say, hey, "Have you seen who have drawn the FA Cup?" I was like, "Oh, no way!" But it's about time we played them, because it's been, I don't think we haven't played them since our last relegation, so it's been long overdue, and they've been talking about 6 in a row for the last however many years, and that's literally all they've had as they've plummeted down the divisions and languishing in the EFL. But hopefully we can nip that in the bud. But I guess it's for derbies, it's a matter of who wants it more, as much as anything. And hopefully our injury situation will. It's easy. It's a big ask, but hopefully it'll ease at that point. But with the fixture schedule we've got in the lead up to it, I think that's going to be tough.
Full time here at Kingston Park. It's finished. Newcastle United women 1, West Bromwich Albion women 0, and that means Newcastle United women are top of the league.
So we are now joined by Becky, the Newcastle women's manager. Listen, it was a tough one today, but we got there in the end. The initial thoughts from the end of the game.
Yeah, really proud of the girls to keep being patient and build right the way through to the 85th minute to get our goal. Absolutely delighted for Becky Ferguson. It was a fantastic finish. But yeah, it's we've got to be patient. We've got to really work and grind through every single game. And West Brom, it was a tougher test than we saw at the Cellar Cup at St James's Park. So we've done well to grind out 3 points and another clean sheet.
I think it shows us what the type of teams they can get in this league. On a different day, you're playing an attacking-minded team today. You got a team that's sitting back trying to see the game out. It just shows as well that any match, although on paper looks like we should comfortably win a game, it's never always that way. So, huge result today under the weather. Just how is it seeing all the fans in attendance despite it being minus degrees at this point?
Yeah, I think firstly credit to Newcastle Falcons staff. They were out in the tractors, cleaning the pitch to ensure the game was on, which is just fantastic. And then the fans, to come out in such numbers is just massive. That kids in this cold weather coming out to support our women's team, it's just really inspiring.
Of course, and just one final thing, I've got to ask about the big news this morning. Newcastle drawn Sunderland away in the FA Cup. Just what is the impression from the dressing room?
Yeah, I think when the girls found that out, they were just super excited. A lot of them, you know, are big Geordie fans. So, yeah, it'd be fantastic that time and we a derby. And I'm sure after, you know, Newcastle's performance last night was outstanding against Manchester United. So if we can put on that type of display, I think we'll smash it.
So we are now joined by today's match winner, Becky Ferguson. Listen, you always tend to score off the bench. It's happened again today. Just when Becky needs someone to come on and make an impact, you've been able to do that. So how does that feel for you on a personal level?
Buzzing to get the goal and to make sure that we came away with the win.
I mean, you took it quite well as well. I think with the way the game was going, West Brom clearly defending, just trying to play for 0-0, but great strike right towards the end of the game. I seen your celebration there in the snow there. What's going on there?
Yeah, well, I told the girls that if I scored, I'd definitely do a snow angel, so I just went to the snow and did it.
No, but you've got an exceptional record off the bench. I mean, I think any match where Becky's looking at subs who's looking to bring on, it must be the first sub every single time. I mean, how important is it for you to actually come on and make sure that you make an impact in the game?
Yeah, just make sure that however many minutes I get, I'll make an impact, and then hopefully that'll make me gain more minutes along the season.
And finally, just one more word. Of course, we've got horrible weather today. I know you're cold, so I'll not keep you waiting too much longer. But listen, we've got an FA Cup game against Stoke next week. Just how important is it for the fans and the attendance today to give you that 12th man, to give you that lift in the game?
Yeah, I think you can even tell by today it wasn't the biggest attendance, but I still got behind the team and people doing like little tricks and stuff. The crowd's always behind us, and it just gives us that extra boost.
Full time tonight at Kingston Park. Newcastle United 1, West Brom 0. On a quick side note, one of my guests today, John, of course from Oklahoma, came across. He's watched Newcastle beat Chelsea 4-1, Manchester United 1-0. He's now seen the women's team beat West Brom 1-0 all week. He's had in Newcastle. But of course, as I was saying about the game, I had a chance to speak to Becky, I had a chance to speak to some of the players about the game itself. Great result from the girls, it was great. A real horrible match for West Brom. We're just looking to see out a 0-0 draw. Newcastle kept puffing. And it was Becky Ferguson that scored a great goal to make it 1-0 to finish them off towards the end of the game. But we all knew it was going to be overshadowed by the draw against Sunderland. What a huge occasion that is going to be. The girls are buzzing with it. Everyone at the club's buzzing with it. And it feels like a perfect time to play them. Now, on a Sunderland point of view, they're about mid-tail in the Championship. They seem to be worse off than what they were last season. I think missing Diallo is quite a big thing for them. But Newcastle, although it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, all the injuries, we've got all these fixtures and that's something now you've got to focus on. We're going to smash them. We've got to smash them. Like, I know at Stadium Light it's going to be tricky, they'll give it all. But Newcastle and Eddie Howe, he'll be daft if he doesn't put his best 11 out. He has to put his best team out. And you would think our best team would have more than what it takes. We've been able to go like PSG away. We've been playing well there. Even Milan away, I thought we were pretty decent. Smash Manchester United away. Well, when we have been to big grounds this season and picked up results despite having a great away form, this one, though, against Sunderland is going to be a feisty game. I'm going to have to make a couple of individual videos based on this fixture because we have to talk through all the details and what's going to happen with the game itself. There's a lot of question marks surrounding the policing for it and how everything's going to transpire. But huge game. I'm looking forward to where Newcastle are going to be ready for it. Appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next one.